Cerebral Satire contains strong language and thoughts that may offend. If you are easily offended, don't fucking bother listening to it.
Uh-huh. Da da da. 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 Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da da da. Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da da da. Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da da.
All right, everybody, this is Friday. That means it's Cerebral Satire Day. And Ant's not here. I'm sorry, guys. Ant's in a coma. Ant's in a coma. He's in the hospital. Thank God he doesn't live in America, because if he lived in America, let's be honest, American medical facilities are just horrible. They're just awful, and he'd probably be dead about now. And so I want to gather everyone together. Everyone come towards your radio. I want you to everyone bow your heads. Everyone bow your heads. And kiss his motherfucking ass, good boy! Because he's on vacation. That's really what happened. And everybody pour some vodka, and I'll give you 5 seconds and do a shot with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shot! Yay! Shot is done, and we got John is here. It's Friday. John is here. We're going to have a great satire, everybody. Welcome to Cerebral Satire. How you doing, John?
I'm good. How are you?
Did you just do a shot?
Yeah, I did. That's why I was coughing.
Yeah. I'm great. John is a listener from way back. John has been...
Well, now, technically, I've only been a listener for about a month.
Okay.
But I went back to the first episode and listened to them all.
Why?
Because I'm a completist.
Yeah,
that's how I roll.
Yes, you are a completist. So, John, explain to everyone that you have caught up until when?
Until about 30. I've listened to all of Cerebral Satire except for the last 30 minutes. Because you dropped an episode today.
Yeah.
And I started listening to it, and then you called me and like, hey, we're doing this now. So I had to cut off from that. So I have 30 minutes of last week's episode to listen to, and then I'll be 100% caught up.
So you're really, really tired of hearing me talk.
Oh God, you just don't even know.
Really tired of hearing my voice.
Like I'll be having a dream and something will happen, and then your voice comes in and it's like, hey, guess what? We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
and it's like, I'm not listening to that. Why is he here?
Now you're married. Do you play this for your wife?
She's listened to a couple of them.
Oh,
actually.
Really?
Actually, and that's when I started listening because you told me a long time ago you were doing this, and I was like, yeah, I got to get to that. And I have a giant pile the size of my house of stuff that I have to get to in terms of like TV and books to read, music to listen to.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
So, I came to bed one night, and she's in the bed listening to her cell phone and listening to the one episode where you were talking about periods for Pence, because apparently she'd made a comment about it on Facebook. And you sent her the link about, we just did this in the episode.
Yes, she did.
So she plugged it in, she started listening to it. And like I'm walking up the stairs to go into my bedroom, and I hear your voice coming out of my bedroom, and I'm like, what the hell? How the hell did he get in my bed with my lady? Like,
with my lady.
This something in right here. And I walked in, and I'm like, Chris, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, this is his podcast. I was like, oh, I've been meaning to listen to this. So I was listening to it while she was listening to it while we were both getting ready for bed.
Oh, that's scary.
And I liked it enough that I was like, let me go
man.
ahead and go back and start at the beginning, because if I'm going to do something, I got to start from the beginning, and I got to get all the way to the end before I can jump in. So
this
30 minutes away, I can squeeze that.
I love the fact that you bring up Pence as the episode that you guys listen to when he's possibly the next vice president.
I know, right?
Like, and he's the one that fucking is against women. Oh my God!
I didn't realize he was the same Pence until about 2 weeks after he got the VP nom.
Yes.
I'm over talking about Trump because
I can't even.
I literally can't even anymore with that guy. Like there is nothing that can be said that hasn't already been said about him. There's nothing he can say that can change anyone's mind about him, pro or con. Like at this point, if you feel either A or B about Trump, and there is no C, and there's no flipping between the two.
No. For all you British listeners that do not keep up with American politics, and we're the center of the earth, so I don't know how you guys can't keep up with this.
Right?
Yeah, clearly. There's no British voice on this podcast at this point, so
that's right. This is an all Yank.
All Yank. Yeah, there you go. I like that. All Yank, John. I like that. All Yank podcast.
That was for you. I threw that.
I
put that one right out there for you to grab.
Yeah,
so.
I think that was for Ant more than me because I don't care about Yank. So there's two. Essentially, there's a third and fourth party running, but
none of them do anything for me.
No.
Like I have friends who are huge into Stein and huge into Gary Johnson, and I keep wanting to tell them like, stop! Like they're never going to become a thing. Just stop.
Gary Johnson is an idiot, and Jill Stein is a fanatic.
I'm not a fan of any of them.
No.
I'm sad that Bernie dropped out because I would have loved to have.
Yes.
I could have voted for Bernie with a clean conscience because everybody's got problems. Bernie's got skeleton in his closet too, I'm sure. But
let's can we be honest for let's be honest for a second, okay? I was just talking to my aunt on her Facebook page about this. I was just texting her today about it.
Is she a Trumper?
No, she's a Gary Johnson person.
Oh, either way, I'm so sorry.
She wants to see the Johnson. Okay. So she wants to see the Johnson, and I don't want to see the Johnson because Gary Johnson is an idiot. He's an idiot. I'm sorry, he just is.
I'm not a big fan.
No,
at all.
You think the third party is going to be the one that comes in and rushes in and saves everything, but he's not because he's dumb and he can't name a fucking foreign politician that he loves. Okay.
Yeah.
I get Aleppo. There was this big gaffe. In case you guys don't know about Gary Johnson naming the Syrian city that's been bombed to death. Well, what's Aleppo? Aleppo, motherfucker.
What's an Aleppo?
Yeah.
Like he turned it into a definite article.
Yes. Aleppo is the city in Syria that's been bombed to death. That's been on the fucking news every night if you click on it, essentially. Yeah. It's Trump and then it's Aleppo. That's essentially what's going on. It's the two subjects of the fucking news every night. And he didn't know what Aleppo is. He couldn't name a foreign minister or politician that he would like to interact with. And then he just and I get it. He's a pot smoker, right? I get it. I want to be him when I grow up. I understand that.
Well, no, you don't. You don't want to be him.
No, I don't want to be. Well, have you seen this dude? He could do like 40 push-ups.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to be. You don't want to have his track record.
No, I don't want to have his track. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I want a government. Like I want roads. Like the Libertarian Party doesn't believe in roads. We're turning into a political podcast a little bit, so just put up with this for a little bit, guys.
Because we're all American now, so we have to pull out all the stops because America is so screwed up that we have to just talk about politics all the time.
Yeah. So Ant is going to be freaking out right now, but we'll get through it. We'll get to the funny bits.
I can hear him spinning like, oh my God, stop!
Yeah, we'll get to, trust me, guys. We'll get to the funny bits. We're gonna vent a little bit and we'll move on, okay?
Well, you can vent. I'm tapped out at this point.
Oh yeah, you're tapped out. Well, I'm not tapped out because I love to talk about this shit.
Go
this
nuts.
Is the shit
it's
that
your
Ant
show.
won't let me
Have
talk
fun.
about. Exactly. Gary Johnson's an idiot. Jill Stein is a fucking fanatic that wants to put the earth before humans. That's insane. And Trump is just Trump. He assaults women and goes behind the Teen USA pageant to watch them undress.
Here's the thing that I want to start doing.
It's just fucking creepy. What?
Because like my neighborhood that I live in is kind of adjacent to a really affluent neighborhood.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
So I drive through the affluent neighborhood on my way to work, and I see a bunch of Trump Pence signs outside everybody's house as I drive by.
What?
And it alarms me how many well-dressed, well-to-do, obviously well-off white women are getting out of Range Rovers with Trump Pence stickers.
What?
And at this point...
Are you lying to me?
No. God, I wish I was. I wish I was telling you a story of some bizarro Earth where this kind of shit happens. No. So, like, I drive by... These they're obviously very nice women.
Yeah.
They would, if you got some rapist off death row and put him in front of them, they would be like, "You're a rapist from death row. I want nothing to do with you."
They're the blonde bimbo tits who make
They're-
money and
yeah.
have the 2 kids and the 1 dog and they go to yoga every day and wear the yoga pants out.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
You can live that life if it appeals to you. Go nuts. I'm not going to take that away from you. But you got a guy who's basically admitted to being a sexual offender and is completely unrepentant about it.
Yep.
And as a woman, I don't understand how you can at this point still countenance someone like Trump after he's made the comments that he's made from the past.
100%, absolutely. Let's.
So-
can we talk about the locker room? We're 2 guys. We're 2 dudes.
Okay, well, let me finish my little thing here.
Okay, I'm
'cause
sorry.
I would love it if people would start doing this. I kind of want to shame these women who are still voting for Trump.
Oh.
Because every time I roll by one of these like old white ladies getting out of their gigantomobiles
Old racist white ladies.
with like Trump pen stickers on their bumpers, I want to roll down my window and shout out and be like, put my fist in there and be like, grab him by the pussy, right on, and roll off, and shame them into like, this is the fucking guy that you're supporting for president of the United States.
Grab him by the pussy, Grandma!
Deal with it. Like, right on. That's what you want, right? That's what you want because you're saying yes to this man.
That's what you want. Mike Pence says yes. Grab him by the pussy. That's what Mike Pence says.
Like, and I would never, ever, out of any other context, even consider saying something like that to a man, let alone a woman.
No.
Like, let alone to a woman's face.
No. Let's get that clear right now. Have you ever said that you have physically assaulted a woman to any other man?
Well, okay. Total disclosure.
Yeah.
I have friends and family who have dealt with sexual assault very directly.
Yes.
Like been friends of people who were victims of.
Yes.
My sister works or used to work at a women's shelter
Okay.
and had to deal with that stuff on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
I am so far. If there was a spectrum where you have the people who are very anti and very pro
Yes.
sexual assault,
Yes.
I'm way over on the anti side.
You're way on the answer.
Like I am
Honestly,
100% over there.
I'm a normal guy. My sister, my brother, no one in my family is involved in any type of sexual assault rehabilitation. None of my friends are. Nothing is involved in that. I'm so far removed from that. I've never heard anyone say that they have sexually assaulted a female in any locker room in my entire life. And I've been in a 13-year-old's locker room, okay? Where that the 13-year-old's locker room in America is the epitome of, I would totally, and I would
We don't
do
understand
this.
how sex works, but let's talk about sex.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly. I would totally do, and I would so, and I would, yes. And I have been heard on this very podcast that I would eat a woman's asshole on the reg. On the reg. I've said that on the regular.
It should be pointed out that you are a sick fuck. Like,
Yes. Yes,
and you're
absolutely.
unrepentant about that.
No.
You own it, and great for you.
Own it. But I'm not going to assault a woman to do that.
Well, see, like to me, there's this weird line because as a young man in the locker room when I wasn't getting my ass beat because I was the weird one.
Yeah, me too. Hey,
Well, yeah, because you went through the whole emo thing.
yeah.
I am the ultra vanilla, ultra white hipster guy that Ant thinks that you are.
Yeah, we have 23 questions of sex that we're going to ask John later because he's so vanilla about sex.
And then every one of my answers is going to be yes or no. Because I live in Atlanta. We let our freak flags fly. I don't really have a freak flag, let alone a flagpole to run it up. That's just how I roll. I'm not a very freaky guy when it comes to my sexual life. So it's weird for me to sit down and have a conversation with sex about you because you're like way over here. You're like the horny wolf in those old cartoons from the 20s who's just like wolf whistling and your tongue lolling out the side of your mouth. Like, and that's great. Not coming down on you for that at all.
Yeah.
That's you and this is me.
Yeah,
no big deal.
Absolutely.
But like, I have never been in a locker room where other men in the locker room were like, "Oh, you see that woman? I want to rape her. I want to have all sorts of sex with her and do this and do that." Blah blah blah. I've had conversations,
or admitted to the fact that they have assaulted someone.
Exactly. But I've had you have conversation with your guy friends where you're like, "Okay, she's an attractive woman.
Yes.
if there was the possibility to have a relationship with her, I would do that. You know, you look at some famous woman on, on TV or in the movies, and you go, she's a beautiful woman. God, wouldn't it be great to have sex with her?
Yeah. Or as an aunt would say, I want her to sit on my chest.
Yeah, whatever your kink of fancy happens to be, go nuts. But like, there's a very fine line between like, I would have sex with her if I could, and I want to go out and assault that woman.
Yes.
And it's usually very clear which side of the line that you're on.
Or saying the fact that I just grabbed them. I literally just grabbed them by the pussy.
Yeah, no, there's
a difference.
That whole thing is like
there's a difference.
It's like a violence versus romance thing.
Yes,
Exactly. It's like there are I know people who are way into the BDSM thing.
Yep.
They love their kinks.
Thank you.
But even they go, there's a time and a place.
Yes, there's absolutely a time and a place, and there's an establishment. There's a relationship established. Yes. There's boundaries established.
You don't just go grab. That's not.
I'll give you an example. I was with M the other night. We were doing our thing. We were John's freaking out because John knows who M is, so John's freaking out.
No, M is the little sister that I would have in a bizarre reality because I've met her parents, she's met my parents, and they're thoroughly interchangeable. Like, we could be siblings.
Absolutely, they could be. But I was doing my thing because I'm a fucking freak, and I was doing my thing and I was having fun, and she got a little freaked out. She said her safe word. We took a break, stepped back. Went back, watched TV.
That's how you do it.
We took a break. I mean, that's what it's there for, guys. You guys have to be able to respond to your partner's whims and wills and what's going on. And the fact that this motherfucker who is running for goddamn president of the United States has the gall to admit the fact that he has sexually assaulted females.
And he's proud of it.
Yes.
That's the problem.
But this is the other thing. People are lost in the fact that he said the word pussy. It's not about the word pussy. It's about the fact that he fucking said he assaulted a goddamn female and is proud of it. Oh, all I do is grab him by the pussy. Go fuck yourself, you sick fuck.
Like, that's not how you work. Like, I'm pretty sure even in caveman times there was still a little bit of batting of eyelashes and flirting before you jumped right to that stage.
Yeah, bring me a steak, bitch.
Process.
Bring me something to eat before you assault me, please.
But like, the thing that gets me are the people who are like, they'll turn around and say, well, Bill Clinton had sex with like 800 women in the White House, and he was like a sexual pervert and a deviant, and he cheated on his wife. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, he did that. And he got caught and he admitted it.
Yep.
But the fact that Bill Clinton did X does not absolve Donald Trump of doing Y.
And it
like, he still did it. That's a fact. That's not changing.
Yeah, and it does not incriminate Hillary of anything.
Exactly.
That's Bill Clinton. That's him doing his thing. She has not done anything. She has not ever been linked to any sexual assaults or any violence whatsoever to anyone.
She's never done any sex assaults that we know of.
No, she's lied.
Well, anyone who's been in Washington for more than a week has done something horrible.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that because honestly, she's the most qualified candidate. To be honest with you, she is.
I would rather have the politics as usual under Clinton. And I'm by no means, Clinton's biggest fan.
No, me neither. And I've said that on many occasions.
I would rather have politics as usual than the fucking dumpster fire.
Oh my god,
that Donald Trump is going to be.
And you Europeans thinking that we're talking shit. If the same thing that happens to us happened to you, the entire world is fucked. You guys know that. I hope you guys understand that now after Brexit. If Donald Trump gets elected to the presidency of the United States, the entire world is fucked. Our fucking stock market crashed and everyone fucking freaked out and lost their homes. In the entire world.
Well, see, there's a friend of mine from over in Britain, and he had posted a thing it was basically I forget who the British actor was, but British comedian going on like, yeah, you remember how Brexit happened to us a couple months ago? Please elect Donald Trump so that we will no longer be the butt of the world's jokes.
Exactly. Thank you.
And I'm like, no, we don't want this. You don't want this either. Like, you're just going to have to bear Brexit. You know, whatever shame you've got over that.
We're a planet, man.
That's
we
on
got to
you.
work together.
Yeah. The world has become too small to make
Yes.
mistakes that big.
Yes, exactly. The internet has brought us together.
And that's a great thing.
Yes, that's a good thing. It's not a
like-
bad thing. It's a good thing.
That's the thing that gets me about, like, you have guys from a generation ago or 2 generations ago who are like, this generation is a bunch of morons. They don't know, they have expectations. They want this, they want that. And, they're a bunch of uneducated morons and they don't understand how the real world works. So you remember, like, in the 80s, everything in the 80s that depicted now was like flying cars and computers are going to be running like all of our stuff for us.
Don't forget the pooping in shells.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm okay that the Demolition Man thing never happened,
Fucked
honestly.
up
But
everything.
but these are the people who are like, okay, remember back in the 80s when we wanted the flying cars? Like, where are our flying cars? We want our flying cars. And that's not a bad thing to want.
No.
To say, where's my flying car? When we've been promised flying cars for 50 years.
Goddamn flying car. I want a goddamn flying car by 2015.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
and 2015's come and gone, and we still don't have the hoverboard.
Yeah.
Well,
I want my
we don't have the practical
shoes, bitch.
Yeah, and it's not unreasonable to expect that, not necessarily that particular item, but a certain amount of scientific progress to happen and move the entire human race forward.
Yes.
So why are there these guys that are like, we want it to be like it was back then and never ever change? Like, no, fuck you. Like, we should be changing. It should be good. Like, people who use the word liberal like it's a dirty word.
Yeah.
Or use the word conservative like it's a dirty word.
Well,
like, no, there's points on a spectrum. Like, you have to understand that and not be married to either A or B,
Yeah, I do not, and this is the last thing we'll talk about. I do not think conservative is a dirty word. I think Republican is a dirty word. Conservative is not a dirty word. It is a style of politicking that wants to be a fiscally responsible party.
Yeah.
The Republicans took the conservatives and took them into their fold, and then they added religion and other nonsense on top of it.
The religious right just ruined the Republican Party.
Done. They need a conservative. We need 4 parties. We need a Democratic Party, a Republican Party, a Conservative Party, and a Progressive Party.
Yeah. No, I would love it if we had political parties the way they do in Britain.
Yes, absolutely.
It would be so great.
Green Party, all the like 12 party. I would love it.
Well,
I would love it.
Let's have like 200 parties. It'd be great.
Fuck it. Let's do it. Fuck it.
Because
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say having all those choices is not a bad thing.
No.
At all.
No, and people, and like I was saying earlier, they feel stuck. And my aunt, that is now in Tennessee, feels like she needs to vote her conscience because she has this idea that Hillary is a horrible person.
I do not know where that comes from.
She doesn't have any proof. She doesn't have any relative data that Hillary is a horrible person. My parents think Hillary is a horrible person, but all 3 of them refuse to vote for Trump. So I'm like, yay, I can still visit my family after November 7th. And B, I told her on her Facebook page today, again, this is going back to the beginning of the conversation we're having. I told her on her Facebook today, I'm glad you don't live in a swing state. If you live in a swing state and you vote for Gary Johnson, you are doing a immoral act, in my opinion. You are doing an immoral act by voting for Gary Johnson. You are doing a selfish thing that is going against the country, because you should be voting for Hillary because she's the most qualified candidate that we currently have running today. Period. I don't care if she lied. I don't care if she deleted 30,000 emails. She is the most qualified candidate that we have running today. She knows every fucking politician abroad. She knows every politician here at home. She knows how the process works. She knows everything. I don't want to vote for her. Unfortunately, I got outvoted by the Democratic Party, and I have to vote for her. That's the way it goes. Cookie crumble, boo-hoo. I'm doing my justice. I'm not voting for a third party. I'm not voting because I feel I'm butthurt. I'm voting because I know who the best person is currently running. Period.
See, my bottom line with American politics has always been, why are we stuck with the choice between
two candidates?
Here's these two candidates, neither of which I would trust to mow my lawn, let alone run my country.
Yep.
And it blows my mind how we can't, like, at this point, if fucking Christopher Walken got on social media and said, I'm running for president, he would get such a huge chunk of the vote just because nobody wants to vote for any of the rest of them.
Well, guys, we're going to move on to our lives. We're going to move on to our stories in a minute, but this is the last thing we're going to say. I feel like it's Bush versus Gore again, except for neither one of them is a blatant racist.
Yeah, well,
that's exactly what I feel like. I mean, the courts had to determine that George Bush was the president, and they fucked Gore because he got the popular vote.
Yeah,
but and I'm okay with that. It's history. It's done. I'm like a lot of Democrats are butthurt about it. I don't care. I'm not an actual Democrat. I'm an independent. But it's okay. It's fine. Whatever. We're okay. We're fine. We went through some tough times.
We somehow made it through.
Yeah, we made it through. Barack Obama was voted in twice. We're good. We're better off for that. He was one of the most popular. His fucking approval rating is like 50% right now.
Yeah, he's been doing good.
Yeah, he's been doing good.
I mean, he's definitely had a couple of missteps, and there's definitely a couple of things I don't agree with that he did. But
absolutely not perfect by any means whatsoever, but definitely a better president than either one of them, I think, would have been.
I would imagine, yeah.
But this is what I feel like we're at, except one of them is a really cunt, and the other one has a cunt but isn't one.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's nothing more that I can say about Trump that hasn't already been said, and I'm not going to change anybody's mind at this point. So
absolutely. So let's go on to the fun part of that show. What's going on with you this week, John?
Oh! You want to? This is the fun part.
Yeah, let's go on to the fun part. Let's go on with you.
You want to hear about my week? Okay.
Yes, I want to hear about your week. I always ask the host or the co-host or the guest the first part.
Oh, I know. And since I've mainlined like all 97, I think at this point, episodes of Cerebral Satire, and it's still fresh in my mind, I'm going to make references to stuff that you did and got wrong, and you're going to have no clue what I'm talking about.
Nope. Not at all. Not even close.
So, this past month, I have had my insurance dropped for no fault of my own.
What?
I've had my bank account hacked.
What?
And this past weekend, our septic tank backed up.
All right, let's go.
So it's literally been a really shitty month for me.
Let's go in reverse. All right, what happened to the septic tank?
All right, so this weekend, doing laundry, and the water we have like a little, it's like an escape vent essentially for the water for when stuff backs up to shoot out, so it doesn't back up into the rest of the house coming out of the sinks and out of the toilets. And unfortunately, the escape vent is located right above the washing machine. So I'm in the middle of doing a wash, and all of a sudden this like ass water starts shooting out of it and washes all down the washing machine, into the washing machine. And I'm like, all right, clearly there's a problem. Went outside into our front yard where the septic tank was and stepped in like a little muddy patch. And it's like, all right, clearly we have to have the septic tank, pumped out. Yeah. No big deal. Next day, called one of the local septic tank companies, had them come out, same day service, pumped the tank, all was well, until he knocks on the door and says, hey, the giant tree in your front yard has completely grown into your septic tank and through your leach field.
And for those of you guys who don't know, John does live in Georgia, which has
I live in the ATL, yo.
Ton of trees. Atlanta, Georgia has a lot of trees.
I have a lumber yard in my yard.
Yeah, you
basically.
do have a lot. Yeah.
Oh, you've never seen my place. No, Emma's seen my place.
I haven't. But you knowing any Georgia resident and any normal Georgia resident, and if you live a little bit outside the Georgia residency, you have a lot of trees in your yard.
I have easily 100-foot tall pine trees in my yard that would crush my house.
Yes.
If the wind blew the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah. And if pine trees didn't rock back and forth really well, like
Yeah.
yeah.
But like, so the guy knocks on my door, and you've got, come out here and let me show you this. So I go out there with him, and the septic tank is completely penetrated by these roots. And I'm looking at it going, all right, obviously some work needs to be done here. Run me a quote. He runs a quote and comes back with about $5,000. I'm like, well, that's really sad because that's $5,000 I don't have to fix my septic tank.
Shit.
Also, you're talking about taking out the root system for the entire side of this giant oak tree that's right next to my house.
There goes your yard.
Yeah, I don't want to chop half the root system out of that tree because the other half is going to fall towards my house and wreck my house. So I'm going to have to take out this tree before I can do any root work on the septic tank.
So now you have to call a different person.
Yeah. Well, I told him, it's drained, put it all back together, it'll be fine. Because obviously this root growth has been there for a while. We had the septic tank drained before we bought the house 4 years ago, and it's lasted 4 years. We had our wedding in our backyard because that's how crazy hipster we are. We had a great wedding. I'm sure Em has told you about it.
She has. Yeah, she
we
really
had
enjoyed.
We had a zombie attack.
Yep.
During the wedding, we had mad scientists. We had adorable robots.
It's amazing.
We used the wedding march from that Queen did from Flash Gordon.
Oh, Flash
for Here
Gordon.
Comes the Bride.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Dude, it's fucking Queen. They're awesome.
Nerd.
We had the groomsmen and the bridal party come in to Masters of the Universe by Queen. And then we ended the ceremony playing "Everything Is Awesome" from the Lego Movie.
Everything is awesome.
Right, yeah. So there's your earworm for the day.
There you go.
But like we had a wedding in our backyard with like 60, 70 people in and out of the house 2 years ago, and we're just now having septic problems. So I'm pretty sure that the septic tank will be fine, even though the tree roots are in it.
Yep.
But it's yet one more thing that we have to do with our house, and everything with home ownership is if you pull on this one thread, 3 other threads come out, and you have to fix it all at once. And I don't have that kind of money, so
okay. So
it'll get dealt with when it gets dealt with.
So then the next thing that happened,
last 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point, actually, I found out that somebody charged their $600 Sprint bill to me. And I don't have Sprint for anything. I've never done business with Sprint ever. All of my cell phone providers have been either AT&T or companies that were bought and rolled into AT&T. So I've never touched Sprint ever. And I have a really good bank. I can't complain. They're a credit union. They do good work. So I called them up as soon as I found it. I said, here's the deal. 2 days later, they had the money back in my account, but I'm still filling out paperwork for it. I have signed my name to I have never done business with Sprint so many times at this point that it could go on my tombstone. Excuse me. So the good news is that the $600 charge didn't set me back anything or cause any kind of overages in my account because my health insurance hasn't been coming out of my account for the past 2 months. So the money that was there from that should have gone to my health insurance buffered me for the ridiculous Sprint charge that should have never happened.
So wait, are you talking to somebody at Sprint or are you talking to somebody at your bank?
No, I'm talking to somebody at the bank. The bank just goes to the credit card company and goes to Sprint and they say, this was fraud. And Sprint's like, here's your money back. Sign this form saying that it was fraud, and we'll deal with it.
And we'll deal with it, and you can go.
I don't have to do anything. Like all I have to do is just sign the papers and walk away from it.
And you can go fuck yourself. I got it. Yeah.
But my health insurance, I've been paying them for 2-3 years now since I've become self-employed, and so
let me tell you how cheap that is in America, guys.
God,
not cheap. It's not cheap.
It is not. It's not cheap. Well, I understand why, because if you're working for a big corporation, they get bulk deals on their insurance. So it's cheaper if you're employed by a big corporation to get insurance. If you want good insurance, working part-time or not working at all, you're paying $400 a month, which,
that is the cheaper version of insurance.
Yeah. Well, that's good and cheap. If you want good and really excellent, you're looking at $1,000 a month. Easy.
Easily
$1,000. I made these 2 payments to my insurance company at the end of August, or at the end of July and at the end of August. Went online, made the payments, put all my information in, everything went through fine, gave me a confirmation number, said everything was fine, logged out, came back 15 days later when I got the letter in the mail saying your payment didn't process, your card was declined. Please pay us for last month.
What?
We're going to roll your payment from last month into this month. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. What I think happened was the credit card that I used to pay my bills with expired. They issued a new card with a brand new number, with the same number on it, but a different expiration date. So they basically, didn't change my account information at all. They just issued me a new card. And I think their system, even though I had put the information in for the new card with the new expiration date, because the numbers were the same, it buggered up their system so that it didn't make any sense for them.
Fuck you.
So I call them up after the second payment doesn't go through, and I'm like, look, I'm obviously going to have to make a payment online. Let's do this. And they're like, you're no longer in our system. We dropped your service because you had 2 payments in a row where you couldn't pay for stuff.
Oh my God. This is
And I was
all
like,
today, right?
No, this was a month ago that the health insurance thing happened. So I'm like, okay, well, how can I get back on the insurance? And like, well, you have to wait for the enrollment period to start at the beginning of November, and then you'll get insurance for the next year. I was like, well, no, wait a minute.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I've been with you for 2/3 of the year. You dropped me. You own up to the fault that you dropped me. How come I now have to wait 4 months and now pay a fine for not having insurance on my taxes this year because you guys screwed up?
I want everyone in Britain and Canada and all the other regular nations that have national health insurance to listen to this horror story and understand what we are going through in America.
It gets better, because I've worked my way up the food chain to one of the head supervisors, and he's like, look, this is the way it works now because of Obamacare. What? I have the power. I'm the guy who has the power to put you into the system, but the system literally is no longer wired that way. I can't make an executive decision and plug you back in. You have to go to healthcare.gov and petition them to force us to put you back on our coverage.
Are you? What?
Yeah,
huh?
That's exactly what I did. I was like, explain that to me again. He explained it to me again, and I'm like, this is so backwards it hurts my head.
That can't be true.
And no, that's literally what I have to do.
Oh.
So I called up healthcare.gov, went through the whole thing with them. They're putting me through the expedited process to get my insurance reinstated. And I had to ask them, like, okay, so what's going to happen in the meantime? Like, right now, while this is being worked out, I have no insurance.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, if you walked out of your house and got hit by a bus, the hospital would take this insurance right now as if you still had it. But once we make our determination, so like if you get hit by a bus today and you go to the hospital today, you're covered. But if the day after you get hit by the bus, we make the determination that the healthcare company did right and doesn't have to take you back on, then it becomes something that you have to pay. All those bills go right to you.
Oh my God. And that would be like, if he got hit by a bus and he died, that would be hundreds of thousands of.
Oh, gee. Well, I'll tell you. I told you about the ladder, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So 2 years ago, I do carpentry part-time, was helping a friend out with her house, and I was up on a ladder, which the ladder just collapsed. The ladder was old. It just gave up the ghost, and I rode the ladder down 2.5 stories like a fucking boss. like Slim fucking Pickens.
I don't know if it would go like that, but okay.
No, because there was no scream. Like, the people who were in the house came out and were like, all we heard was a crash.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
There wasn't like a hilarious scream from outside, from you dropping from the sky.
Yeah.
But I banged up my face, banged up my leg, had to go to the hospital, get stitches. I fractured my jaw in 2 places and my skull in 1. But it was all relatively minor damage at the end of the day.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. I rode that ladder because I don't want to tell people I fell off a ladder, because that makes me sound like I'm a moron.
Yeah, or a pussy.
I rode the ladder down
Don't
2.5 stories.
Bitch. Go all the way.
I was holding that thing all the way down and bounced my face and legs off of it. Like, I have pictures of it where you could see where I put my blood all over that ladder because I did not let go.
Fucking go all the way is all I'm saying.
So that little adventure, before insurance, the bills racked up to $2,300 and change. That was just emergency room, getting stitched up, and an overnight stay in the hospital for observation to make sure that my brain didn't swell up and they couldn't catch it ahead of time. Fair play. I'll give them that. Because I've heard horrible stories about people who have gone to the hospital after having an injury like that, think they're fine, they get home, and then they die because they've had some kind of brain injury.
Yeah, then they die because their sternum fucking exasperates and explodes.
So after insurance, it was more like $7,000, and then I had to pay a little extra to do some dentistry because I fucked up one of my teeth. Like, one of my teeth literally split in half inside my mouth.
Dentistry not covered pretty much on
dentistry is well. Fortunately, I'm covered under my wife's dental plan.
There you go, because his wife has dental plan, not because he has one, or not because I have one, or not because anybody else. Because almost dentistry is almost not covered underneath any insurance plan.
And because a lot of it was cosmetic, I still had to pay out of pocket costs for it anyway.
That's the other thing.
But, the insurance ate a good deal of that money, and I never, in fact, there were bills that kept coming to me that the insurance company wanted to pay, but the billing company for the medical provider or the ambulance company, I think it was, refused to take the money from my insurance. So my insurance was doing everything it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
No complaints there. Cut to a month ago where they just dropped me out of nowhere. So yeah, the past month for me has been all sorts of crazy nonsense, shitty things that have
okay, so
easy resolution.
I'm not even going to start my story this week, but I'm going to lead right into yours, right into the stories we're getting ready to talk about.
No, you talk about your dude. It's your show. I'm not going to come in here and shit up the place with here's my shitty life.
No, I'm fine. I'm going to ask you one question.
Go.
Have you gotten laid this week?
Oh, dude, I have not had the time. I literally have not had the time because I work 2 jobs. Essentially part-time. I work for a friend of mine who's a lawyer. I basically do his clerking for him. And then I work for a carpenter doing carpentry when there's carpentry work to be done.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's move into talking about sex with John.
Oh, please, can we?
Yes, we can.
This isn't going to be boring as hell.
Here we go. Let's explore. Let's explore each other. And
I don't want to explore you. You go over there and explore yourself, dude.
Let's be honest. We have seen each other naked. Let's be honest. Come on. Let's be honest. That happened. All right. Let's move on to our first story.
I have been in a hot tub with you, I believe. Both of us were naked.
Multiple times.
Would never happen. Dude, I am so not into dudes. There's a friend of mine. She insists that everyone is at least a little bit gay,
yes.
On the spectrum of 1 to 100.
Yes.
Everybody is at least 1% gay.
Not you.
I have never been attracted to a man in my life.
But okay, so I want to clear this up for all the Cerebral Satire listeners. I'm not kidding about the cabin parties, am I?
Oh no! I stand here today to witness for you that the cabin parties are both epic, and everything that you have said about them is completely true.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You are welcome.
I make up a lot of shit in the show. I lie a lot on this shit in the show, but
No.
I do not make up anything I say about the cabin party.
No, they are epic, and they are usually the highlights of our months because my wife will go with us too.
Yes.
She never gets into the hot tub though because her thing is since my brother-in-law, and his wife also come to the cabin frequently for parties, and my brother-in-law is really keen on getting naked into the hot tub.
And
my wife doesn't really want any part of that.
And his wife prefers to walk around naked.
Yeah, they're their own thing.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Good times.
Not my cup of tea, but doesn't hurt me any. So have at it.
Yeah, have at it. Anyway, let's move on to our first story, bitches.
But yeah, no, the cabin, totally true. Everything that's ever happened there, totally true.
Boom! Told ya.
Vouch for it.
Here we go.
Hand on Bible, vouch for it. Well, your holy book of choice, or whatever. I swear to science that everything there is true.
All right, here we go.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
Well, that was submitted by our good friend John, and that was called Gunther Ding Ding or Ding Dong Song, and that would be on the Cerebral Satire website. Absolutely 100%. And the
Yeah,
reason
no, that's a fun one.
the reason
Definitely check it out.
Yeah, you guys should definitely check it out on the satire. CerebralSatire.com. The reason why we're talking about this, guys, is a accused rapist offers to whip it out his micropenis to a judge to show it's too small. So this fat, fucking disgusting piece of human garbage, Jacques Ruscop, a man accused of sexual assault and choking. I don't know how sexual assault and choking are two different things in Canada, but I guess it is. Trial reportedly offered to whip it out his penis to a judge Tuesday, claiming his only defense is that his micropenis was simply too small to assault someone with. 44-year-old.
Well, that's the virtue of being new.
44-year-old Jacques. I'm not.
Jock.
I'm not. Okay. When I say this, I'm not kidding. Did you read that? You just read that, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm reading along.
I'm not kidding. Okay. 44-year-old Jacques.
Jacques. His name is Jacques. He's
Jacques.
Canadian. He's Jacques.
44-year-old Jacques, quote, pork chop. I am not lying. It says that. Fucking click the link, bitches, and follow it, because it says his nickname is Pork Chop.
That is so unfortunate on so many levels.
His last name is Roast Chop, who has 2 previous sexual assault convictions and a history of violence, both inside and out of prison. Reportedly told Ontario Superior... Well, if I had a small penis, I would be pretty violent, too. Superior Court Justice Robert Smith that he has... I have the penis of a 7-year-old, eh? I'm not making this up, eh? I can whip it out and show you, eh? Roots Chop said, and offered a judge. Smith declined. I'm agreeing to allow you to whip it out, Smith said. Roots Chop believes that his penis, with allegedly only measures 1 inch flaccid and 2 inches erect, would make him incapable of being the man behind the rape and choking of a Vanier, Ontario sex workers, whose name are under publication ban. So,
oh my,
John, it goes into a little bit of detail, but nothing that
it has the novelty of being a completely new excuse.
New defense.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm hardly Mr. Legal expert, but I'm relatively certain that no one has tried to get out of rape charges by saying, like, look, Your Honor, my wedding tackle is just not big enough to commit a rape with.
How?
And if he does use that, he should be in tears when he's saying that.
Yeah. Do you think that this would ever fly in the United States?
Hell no.
No, right?
Hell no.
It would never fly because, honestly, United States people have bigger penises than...
Well, yeah, they're you guys did the one list, which I have to question the scientific validity of that of their polling process.
That's what
but
it is, man. That's what it is. Don't judge the polls, dude. Don't judge the polls. Literally and figuratively, don't judge.
Yeah,
the polls.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade. So
I'm just saying.
Do your thing.
Honestly, if this was a guy that, because okay, let's be honest, listeners, there is a thing called micro penis. Okay. Literally, there is a thing that is...
Yeah, it's a medical condition.
It's a medical condition called micropenis. It
exists for real.
Yes, it exists. And if I was a guy that was accused of sexual assault and I had a micropenis and I was innocent, I would probably do the same thing, right? I mean, right?
I don't know that I would lead off with that. Like, if I'm accused of a rape and I have a micropenis and I did not, like, for real, did not do the rape, I think I would have points 1, 2, 3, and 4 before I tacked on. By the way, it's really tiny.
Would the 1, 2, 3, and 4 be DNA sample?
It would be DNA sample. Here's the 5 people I was with when it happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That too. I forgot about
my
witnesses.
cell phone records for where you could see where I was, where I wasn't anywhere near it. And oh yeah, by the way, last resort, throwing this out here. Yeah. My final offer.
I have a micropenis.
Because like if you open with micro penis. That's all I've got.
It's not a good.
No. Sorry, you do not pass go directly. Go directly.
Yeah, not only have you opened too much in the Pandora's box, it's just not a good start to the conversation. Is all I'm saying. Open with where I was at the night of the conviction, not how big my dick was at the night of the conviction.
Well, and especially if he's got priors.
Yes.
In that field of sexual assault, come on, dude, you can do better.
Well, does 2 inches really count as a sexual assault at this point?
Well, if anything, you could make the argument. The prosecutor in this case would be remiss if he did not make the argument of, well, because you have a tiny dick, wouldn't that put you more at risk to commit like some kind of aggravated sexual assault? Because you're embarrassed by it, or you have some kind of mental roadblock that you can't get over because of your tiny penis.
Yes, because your tiny penis, and no one. Let's be honest, no one wants to have sex.
Well, and knowing men the way that I know men, like big manly men.
Oh.
Who do the whole I'm a manly man and
a guy known as Pork Chop. Yeah, that's a manly man.
When your name is Porchok and you open with I've got a micro penis, no, sorry, go to jail. Enjoy prison because you're going to be there a while.
Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail.
Right to jail, buddy.
You're right to jail.
And I mean, I'm not
enjoy sucking dick because you're going to do a lot of it.
Yeah, like someone's going to make you their bitch. I'm sorry.
Multiple times.
And it sounds like you've already been there, both inside and out of prison.
Yeah, you're gonna get traded around like you're a ragdoll, like you're a micro penis fat ragdoll.
Well, and from what I understand, if HBO has taught me anything, do not do well in prison.
No. Fat bitches do not do well in prison. That's correct. That is absolutely 100% right.
So, I can understand his desperation with whipping out with the micro penis argument so that he doesn't have to go back to prison. But being sad about screwing up your life, it doesn't absolve you of having done the crime. No. Sorry, buddy.
No, I'm pretty sure this bitch got convicted, and future people. Oh, I apologize. Future men. I was trying to be politically correct, but future men.
Let's be honest. It's the 49% of the population that we're talking about here. It's not sexist. It's a focus group.
No, it's definitely a focus group. Future men that try to get by with the fact that they have a small penis. We're looking all of the Japanese men at this point. Will not work going forward. I'm telling you right now. This excuse has been used. It's been expelled, and we're done. So let's move on.
I thought China had the smallest.
Was it China?
It was one of the two Asian countries. I remember that, but I'm pretty sure it was China or maybe North Korea that had the smallest. I forget.
Right? They all look the same. Okay, if we're talking about drugs, we have to be talking about Florida.
Oh, of course, Florida.
There's only one home for drugs in the United States, and it's Florida. Because there's things like flakka that make you burn up from the inside and take your clothes off because you're 21.
Is flakka the same thing as bath salts, or are they different things?
It's a little bit different than bath salts. It doesn't make you want to eat someone's face off, but it makes you want to burn up and smash things.
Okay. So I wasn't sure, because they've already made shitty horror movies for both.
Yeah. Have they really?
Yeah, there's a movie called, I believe it was called Bath Salts Zombies, that came out literally maybe a month after the first big bath salts story broke.
Jesus Christ, I had no idea.
And there's another movie that it was called something to the effect of Flakka Monster.
Flakka Monster! I hope he says that at one point.
Yeah, like, oh, if only.
I hope he smokes it and just goes, Flakka Monster!
Yeah, that because I had not seen the Flakka one, but I did see the Bath Salt Zombies one, because this was one of the shitty made direct for sci-fi movies kind of thing.
Of course you did.
It was awful.
But why are we talking about drugs and why are we talking about Florida?
Well, we're talking about Florida because I know you guys love to beat on Florida, and deservedly so, because Florida is a very strange place.
Fucked up, man. Fucked
Like, if the British listeners don't know and want a second opinion, Florida is kind of like America's armpit. Well, actually, no, because Galveston, Texas is more like America's armpit.
Yeah. It's more like America's crazy cousin that wants to fuck
Florida
its
is
mom.
America's like heroin track up the arm with the veins.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
So knowing you guys hate Florida,
Yeah.
or at least love to hate them,
Yeah.
I wanted to share with you guys my perfect headline. See what I did there? This is an oldie but a goodie, and it remains to this day my favorite headline of anything anywhere.
Here we go.
It's titled, "He was naked, on crack, and in alligator's mouth."
Not a alligator's mouth. In
Alligator's mouth.
Yeah.
Orlando, Florida. Carlos Mayed couldn't see Adrian Apgar being attacked by an alligator early Wednesday, but he could hear him. With his cell phone in hand and a sheriff's operator on the line, Mayed left his home near Lake Parker, Florida, and walked down his street in the pre-dawn darkness towards the screams of a man who was fighting for his life in the water. In the recording of a dramatic 911 call released Thursday, and you can still find this online, peoples, Mayed is heard breathing heavily and walking through wet grass as Apgar's repeated cries grow louder. Finally, he got close enough to yell back, "Hey, what's up? What do you need?" Mayed hollered. "A gator's got me!" Apgar replied. His voice... Oh, wait. "A gator's got me!" Apgar replied, his voice faint in the background. Mayed's call shortly after 4 a.m. sent 4 Polk County, Florida deputies racing to the 2,150-acre lake just outside Lakeland, Florida.
Okay, so for the British people, that is a fucking ginormous lake.
That's a big lake. Lakeland, Florida is not ill-named.
No,
There's a lot
there's
of,
a
like,
lot of lakes, and that is
medium-sized lakes out that way.
2,000-acre lake is a huge lake.
That's a lot of real estate.
Yes.
Lake just outside Lakeland, Florida, where they jumped into the water and wrenched Apgar's arm from the gator's mouth. The 45-year-old victim, who told authorities he'd passed out nude on the shore after smoking crack cocaine, was rushed to a hospital in critical condition.
He did smoke cocaine. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you be
like,
naked?
bro? No, it's all right, bro.
Yeah.
I was laying on the beach,
Don't smoke crack on the beach. I've told you.
and
that.
I was naked. I was
Don't.
naked because I was smoking cocaine, because I only smoke the
have to be
cocaine naked.
naked every
I only
fucking
smoked
time you
I only
smoke-
smoke the crack naked. I don't do
Why
rock
you
with my
have-
clothes on.
Why do you have to be naked every time you smoke fucking crack? Why?
It's just that's the way it is. That's the way
not-
God wanted
dude,
it.
That's not the way.
That's
First
the
of
way
all,
I do it.
I made that crack for you. God did not. Okay, let's get that straight right now. Second of
Okay,
all, you
but
don't
see,
have to be naked.
God put it in your head to make the crack.
Dude,
God gave us crack.
when I smoke crack, I'm not naked.
Some people just like the freedom in their giblets. That's all I got.
This is what happens when you smoke crack naked. I'm just saying this is what happens. This is what happens.
This is what happens. Alligators come and bite you in your junk.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Let's see. Later Wednesday, state wildlife authorities trapped and killed a nearly 12-foot-long alligator thought to be the one that attacked Apgar. Mayed's call was picked up by operator Josh Fullman. "There's a guy screaming bloody murder over here. Help, in front of the Moose Lodge," Mayed said. He could not be reached Thursday to elaborate on his experience.
Of course
"I can
he
hear
couldn't.
him from inside my house. He's screaming, 'Help, help,
Because his
help.'"
cell phone didn't work.
A dramatic back and forth followed, with Mayed serving as the middleman between victim and operator. Fullman told Mayed the deputies were on the way, but there was little the two could do. Meanwhile, Apgar kept screaming. Replying to a plea from Apgar that was inaudible on the tape, Mayed said, "I ain't going over there. I can't go in there anyway. I don't know how the hell they're going to get through." Mayed ended up close enough to ask Apgar where the alligator had bitten him, yelling, "Help is on the way! Help is on the way!" About 5 minutes into the nearly 8-minute call, the operator suggested Mayed to tell Apgar to punch the alligator.
Yeah, punch
"I
him in
don't
the
know if
face.
it's true, but if you punch him in the nose, it may let go," Fullman
may.
said.
It's not.
Mayed relayed the message and immediately came back with Apgar's response. "Too big."
Yeah. I'm from Florida. Punching an alligator in the face, not
no.
like a shark.
No.
Alligators don't
No.
let go like sharks.
So, cut to the chase. Polk County deputies arrived about 2 minutes later and soon reached Apgar in the water. He was slumped over in the alligator's jaws in chest-deep water on the east side of Lake Park. After a tug-of-war with the gator, 3 deputies and their sergeant were able to rescue Apgar and carry him to shore. The rescue took about 20 minutes.
Honestly,
he is lucky with a big, any size alligator.
He's lucky the alligator didn't fucking drown his.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Sheriff officials have said Apgar 45 suffered a broken right arm. His left arm was nearly severed, and he had bites to his buttocks and leg. He underwent surgery Wednesday afternoon.
They bit him in the butt, but let him go and bit his arm instead.
But think about what it's like to be that guy. You get a hold of some nice crack cocaine, like we all do.
Good crack.
Like we all want.
Yeah.
That's everybody's,
Delicious.
Friday night, the best Friday night they could ask for.
Smoke it and lick the pipe.
You grab your favorite crack pipe, you walk out the door, you walk down to the beach, you take off all your clothes, you smoke up, and you pass out in blissful heaven to wake up with your ass literally in an alligator's mouth.
Well, if you gotta go, honestly.
Well, I mean,
go with nature is all I'm saying.
It ain't the end of Jaws.
No.
I'll give him that.
Yes.
But like,
you're not on a buoy shooting flares into the ocean.
Yeah, you're not stabbing the shark in the face with a machete.
No.
while you're halfway down its gullet. It's not quite that epic, but it's damn close.
Yes, it's very close. It's very close.
So you're in this alligator's mouth. You're screaming for help. After 10 minutes, somebody finally hears you, and it takes another 15, 20 minutes for help to arrive, and another 20 minutes after that for them to get you out of the alligator's mouth. Meanwhile, the alligator's just nom, 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 chomping on you the whole fucking time.
Just like the app game.
Now, if that won't put you off crack...
Uh-oh, here we go.
I cannot imagine what possibly would.
But we can tell you.
There's a sequel to this.
Part 2.
So the original incident happened in November of 2006. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yep.
In March of 2008, once again, Polk County gator attack victim found nude in water.
2 years later, ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
2 years later, he was naked in a pond in the dark. There were alligators. Sound familiar? Ask the 2 deputy sheriffs who found Adrian Apgar nude early Friday, wading in a Lakeland area pond. Apgar told the officers he was looking for an alligator. About 15 months ago, one tried to eat him.
Oh, he found one. He found it. Oh, he found it.
Oh, he found it. Okay,
Yeah.
so they...
he didn't realize he found it when he was talking to police, but he found it.
Cutting through the recap of the original, about midnight Thursday, a patrol deputy spotted an unoccupied pickup truck parked near a pond at Saddle Creek Park on U.S. Highway 92 between Lakeburn and Auburndale, or Lakeland and Auburndale.
I've been on 92, by the way.
I've been that way too. It is a rough stretch of concrete with nothing but swamp on either side.
Yes, it's one of the only roads to get you from Lakeland to Tampa.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
No, not at all. You pull over, stay in your car.
Yeah. The deputy checked the truck's tag and afterward, realizing Apgar owned the truck, said, "Oh, fuck, it's this guy." Sorry, I'm editorializing. Called for another deputy familiar with the 2006 attack. Deputies searched the park for Apgar and eventually found him in the pond walking towards an alligator about 50 feet offshore. The deputies talked to Apgar 47 safely out of the water. He told them he had been bitten by a snake while looking for the alligator.
Don't touch me. Fuck off. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Like, guys, I found him. I found him. I'm going to get him. I will have my revenge.
I will do this. And you
Vengeance
can't
is
stop
mine,
me.
gator bitch.
Dude, it's a fucking free world. Fuck you.
He was hospitalized at Lakeland Regional under the state law that allows people to be held for evaluation if they appear to be a threat to themselves or others.
41.9 was it 40 was what's the fucking thing?
47 years old.
What's the automatic mental disorder? 4790 or something like that?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
I forget what it is, but yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, you can automatically, if you think anybody's about to kill themselves or anything like that, you can automatically just put them in because you're an adult and they're an adult, and it's like code 4790 in America or something like that.
It's the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah, hashtag C satire. Fucking let us know what it is.
Where was I?
This guy
When a
lost
sergeant
an
of the
arm.
scene shone his flashlight into the pond, several sets of alligator eyes were looking back.
Oh, he was gonna die.
He got lucky. He had
was
more than
gonna-
ample opportunities to wander off and drown himself, Judd said. After the first attack, deputies said Apgar told him he had been smoking crack cocaine, a statement he later denied.
Of course
Good
he
job.
was.
Good job.
Yo,
A doctor reported
stop
Apgar
flashing
told
that
him-
shit in my face. I'm smoking crack cocaine.
Yeah, I'm busy smoking crack, guys. Like, come on.
Get the fuck off.
Lay
me,
off.
Man. I got nothing
Let
for
a man
you.
go. A doctor reported Apgar told him he had been smoking methamphetamines before the attack, and a nurse said he tested positive for marijuana and methamphetamines. He's not just being a menace to society, he's a menace to himself, Judge said. He's past being comical. He has real issues.
You think, Judge? Thanks. Appreciate that for the update. I didn't know he was, for the first one, when he was trying to feed himself to an alligator, I didn't realize that he was fucked up. Now I do realize he's fucked up because he was trying to do it again. I apologize.
You know, what is the saying? Like, first time's on me, second time he's on you? or something to that effect? I don't know.
Yeah.
Fool me once, my fault.
Yeah. What's George Bush say? Fool me once.
Fool
it's on
me twice,
Fool
and
me
then there's
twice.
like 80 seconds of
Silly.
horrible silence
Yeah,
as the hard drive in his brain tries to spin up.
Fool me twice, it's silly. And fool me 3 times. Well, you're an ass.
Hey, be nice to him, man. He's the decider.
Yeah.
He decides.
I
He decidifies. Sometimes, see, I have to take this moment to assure the Great Britain readership or listenership that we are not all like that. Like, please don't judge us all by the assholes who are on TV.
No,
Like,
they just judge us by all the murderers that's on NFL.
Yeah, I mean, there's the statistical representation of American stupidity is far better represented on TV than the good stuff.
Absolutely.
I'll leave it at that.
100%. Excluding the NFL.
Well, there's highlights and there's lowlights everywhere. I could spend days going into both because people just love to hear what I think about stuff.
Absolutely. That's why you're on Cerebral Satire.
Well, yeah, clearly that's why I'm here, right?
So what
To
happened
tell
to
you
this-
what to think.
What happened to this fucking asshole?
Judge said he will face criminal charges, including trespassing.
Okay.
And then you can listen to the 911 call.
In
Which
the link
is-
below, guys, listen to the 911 call about a guy getting ready to feed himself to like 6 alligators after he's been
It's
on
everything
crack
that's wrong with America.
for the
It's
second time. It's everything right with America.
it's
freedom.
funny, it's moving, and it's sad and horrifying at the same time.
Freedom, John. Freedom. Don't judge freedom.
No, we-
Freedom is
we
freedom.
gotta make
whether you
America
feed
great
yourself
again.
to an alligator or whether you fucking feed yourself to an alligator the second time.
Well, so, okay, I can understand your first time out. You're like, all right, I just want to have a good crack high and enjoy my life naked and lying on a beach, Great, whatever. That's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
But then when you go back and tempt fate minus an arm and like 30% of your butt, no,
man.
sorry.
Look, man.
You're
There's
pushing
no-
it
look,
there.
There's no need to judge. I was really fucking. Okay.
Yeah, there's only so much that excuse will get you.
She was asking for it, and I wanted it. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know that I go so far as to say he was asking for it, but he was definitely tempting fate.
It was definitely tempting fate. Well, I can say this: I've never smoked crack. I have been around alligators. I do
Of
not.
all drugs to smoke, why? I mean, of all drugs to do, why crack? Like, it's like, why meth? Because that stuff is so horrible for you.
Because my daddy touched me.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know either. I really don't know. I wish I could tell you a reason why someone would smoke crack, but I don't. I don't know why anyone would smoke meth. I don't know why anyone would smoke anything except for weed, honestly. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if
weed is the shit. And
if you want to get high, you should at least be getting high doing something that's not destroying the rest of your body.
Yeah, like drop.
That seems like a no-brainer to me.
Okay, so you're of the age of people that drop acid.
Well,
You're
I
sort of in
guess.
the middle
Yeah.
of people that
yeah,
drop
yeah.
acid.
I guess I fall in that category. Yeah.
So, have you ever dropped acid?
Dude, I am so vanilla. I am so vanilla. I only started drinking 6 years ago, and I am 39. my
Wait,
friend.
you started drinking when I met you?
I had started drinking right around the time I met you. Yes, because my wife, corruptive influence that she is,
Your ex-wife
like-
or your wife? Your
no,
current
my wife, my current
Oh, okay,
wife,
gotcha.
the good wife.
The good one.
My ex-wife was an insane lady who
Yes.
went back to Jesus and couldn't have room for anything else in her
You know
life.
what?
aside
If you
from
guys
Jesus.
want a history on John's life, which is
Oh,
very
that's
interesting,
a show in of itself.
and I
dude.
have many stories that I would love to tell. Do a hashtag Seat Satire John. Just do a hashtag Seat Satire John. I will know you want a history of John's wife and life and ex-wife and current wife and all the other good things that we've done together, bad things we've done together.
We could the naughty things.
Yeah,
No,
the
I don't
the
kiss and tell,
naughty
my friend.
things we've done together. We will do it. But speaking of naughty things, we're going to go into our naughty story right now.
Ooh.
Herb.
Yo, I don't think we should talk about this.
Come on, why not?
People might misunderstand what we're trying to say, you know?
No, but it's a part of life.
It's for you, Ann.
Come on.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex for now. To the people at home or in the crowd. It keeps coming up anyhow. Don't decoy. Avoid.
So we are talking about sex this week with not Ant, not Wayne, because they're
May he rest in peace.
may you rest in peace.
Never forget.
Forget. Ant's on vacation and Wayne is dead, so I'm talking to John about sex.
All right, now since Ant's not here,
Yep.
I have to do the obligatory. Oi, mate, you play that song too much.
That was Wayne. Ant likes that song.
Really?
Yeah, we
I
sing
thought it
that
was
song together.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was Wayne. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
all right, so this
fair
is
enough.
from the dose.
I got no problem with it. I love salt and pepper.
News.com, dose.com. That was really annoying. But 23 what the fuck questions people actually had the nerve to ask online about sex. The internet loves to talk about sex, John. Loves it.
So do you, my friend.
I do. I love sex and I love to talk about sex. So here
Hadn't
are some
noticed.
of the fucking questions that they talk about sex. We may not ask all 23 of them, guys, but the link is in the description box.
Dude, this is going to be so boring. I apologize in advance for my utter vanillaness.
Yep. So I'm going to ask John some sex questions because I'm a sex expert and he is not so much.
You're like a level 15 plus 5 bag of dicks sex expert.
Exactly. How'd you know
And
that?
I am like a level 1 guy who logs in and plays like once in a blue moon when I'm bored.
Imagine that. Imagine. Some get almost too imaginative with their deepest, darkest sex thoughts. John, if a woman has sex with a horse, would they have a centaur baby like Harry Potter?
I'm going to go with no on that
I'm
one.
going to go with no on that one as well. But have you ever seen a woman have sex with a horse?
No.
What?
Not that. Well, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I may have seen
Every guy
a
has.
kind of old school naughty picture
Yes, there you
of
go.
Catherine the Great.
There you
Because Catherine the Great has that whole thing about how she liked to get it on with horses,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Every guy
And-
has sex has seen a woman has seen a woman has sex with a horse because it's one of those old school videos that got passed on with like your uncles and
I
dads.
never
and
saw
shit.
that.
You
I
never,
never
saw that?
Man, I found porn in the woods with the best of them, but never saw the horse fucking video.
Wow, that's amazing because I've seen a woman have sex with a horse. Like legitimately, like it's like blah, 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 like suck it, like blah, 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 and then try to fuck it. But you know, it's too quote unquote too big to fuck. Which I've seen women take bigger dicks than a horse dick, so that can't be too big to fuck. It's just too much sperm to fuck.
Well, it's a passage that can spit out babies. So, by my understanding of how the female anatomy works, it's possible.
It is
But
possible.
I I assume it's happened because
Yes.
you say you've seen it, so I
I've
have
seen
to believe you.
I've seen it. Yeah, search it, guys. Google it. Go ahead.
I don't know that I want to.
Turn your
really.
safe
That doesn't
Google off
really-
and go and Google it.
Doesn't really appeal to me.
Another question. Ear sex. Can you tell us how to do it?
Ear, as in like what you hear out of.
The people want to know how to have ear sex.
I guess you put your pee-pee in the ear hole. Like,
Does it have to be a pee-pee?
I guess not. I know that the ear can be an erogenous zone for people, so I can see people, being turned on by that, and maybe even move to the point of orgasm. But that's got to be a really out there fetish.
So no ear sex for you.
No, I can't say that. Well, no, I do have. I have one ear where if somebody plays with it, it does turn me on a little bit, and I have another ear that will put me to sleep, and they constantly switch on me.
Oh, so it's
Which
like
is a fun game that my wife likes to do.
Fun game. Oh, next time we're at the cabin. Game ear hole with John.
See, that sounds like something completely different than what it actually is if you call it ear hole.
Okay, here you
Like
go.
like how the game where you throw the bag, the bag
Yes.
full of salt or whatever
Cornhole.
through the hole in the
Cornhole.
wooden
Yeah,
board
cornhole.
is called cornhole.
Yeah, cornhole.
It sounds like something completely different and wrong.
Ear hole sounds alike. That's I'm.
Ear hole sounds like cornhole.
I'm playing ear hole next time. Next time we see each other. That's all I'm saying. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes, bring it.
I spilled glow stick juice on my penis, and now it glows in the dark.
It shouldn't do that.
Do I need help?
It shouldn't do that for long anyway.
Long? I mean, it's like a day ago.
Well, I have empirical experience here.
Okay. Explain.
My wife Curie, what was it, maybe 6-7 years ago, went to a Halloween party dressed as Marie Curie. And so she had like the little scientist outfit, and she took a glow rod, cracked it open, and rubbed it all over herself. So she was glow in the dark for about 20 minutes, and then it was just crusty, flaky green crap.
Oh, disappointed.
Yeah, I know, right? Because it was like, oh, dude, you're gonna glow for months. Like this will be awesome. And then no, it wasn't awesome at all. It was
ruined
sad.
it. I'm moving on. Moving
Yep.
on.
Yep.
How am I sure that I'm the real mom of my kid?
Okay, I really think you'd remember that. I really, really think that you remember giving birth to a child.
I've just had a baby, and it looks more like the man I had a baby with. It doesn't look like me at all. I'm scared that he was cheating on me with another lady, and I had her kid. This child is the best thing that has ever happened to me, and I can't imagine giving my baby to the real mom. How do I know?
Well, all right, I can see you being a surrogate mom for somebody and being so incredibly dumb that you don't understand what's going on. That's the only thing I can think of that would possibly explain that email, but oh my god, that hurts my brain. This is why we don't go on the internet. This is why we can't have nice things.
That's exactly why we can't have nice things.
Oh my god. This is everything that's wrong with America, because if we had a sex education system that actually taught people what bodies do instead of saying fucking tie it in a knot and don't think about it.
Jesus is real. You got to answer the question. How do I know? How am I sure I'm the real mom of my kid?
This seriously hurts my soul.
By the way,
question.
I just want to say this right now. There's 99 answers to this question.
99?
99.
Please tell me 98 of them are like, ha ha ha, you moron.
No.
Oh, God.
Answer the question, John. You're the doctor.
My answer to the question is give me your baby. Because you are not fit to be a parent. I'm taking this child. You're going home.
That is the correct answer, sir. If my girlfriend sneezes.
Come back Monday. Come back Monday because I have to sterilize you.
Yes, come back Monday so I can cut your cunt out. If my girlfriend sneezes after sex, will it keep her from getting pregnant?
See, because this is how pedantic I am.
Yeah.
My first thought is no, and then the voice in the back of my head goes, well, yeah, but what if?
Yeah, if she's spreading her legs just right, it might help.
Like what if it just kind of, when the guy had his moment and it just, shall we say, impacted on the surface?
Yep.
And you could sneeze just right so that nothing happens there. And
So if she sneezed, would you be the one standing in front of her?
I would hope so.
So it gets all over your dick again?
Like right in front of her or right behind her, one of the two.
I would prefer to be behind her.
Because I mean that's really about
Yeah.
the only choices
Yeah,
that work for that scenario.
I would. Who performs a pregnancy? Me and my girlfriend are freshmen in high school, and we think that we want to have a baby. We have been
performs?
dating. We have been dating since grade 6, and are deeply in love. And we really think we are. By the way, there's no commas. I'm taking commas.
I'm sure there's no commas.
There's no commas.
Like I'm sure punctuation
I'm
is
just
just
letting you know there's no commas in this, and I'm taking commas as we go. In love, and we really
you're
think
reading the punctuation.
Yes, and we really think we are ready for the next step now. But no comma. But we are. But at the beginning of a sentence.
Wait, is it but no or but comma no as in
no
no to the butt?
No. There's no comma. There's a but there's no comma. But we are wondering who performs the pregnancy because we want to be able to do the thing where other ladies has the blah 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 blah.
Who performs the pregnancy? I don't know, like fucking Moby, like some EDM guy, like Blue Man Group. Does Blue Man Group perform the pregnancy?
Blue Man Group look like as they're performing, they look like they're performing the pregnancy, but I'm not sure if they actually perform I don't think they actually perform pregnancies.
I mean, is there like some kind of fucking mime with a goatee that performs the pregnancy?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
Because it sounds like it could be like a legit thing, like some kind of like hipster, escape the room kind of thing. Like, oh, I saw the pregnancy. It was awesome. It was a real experience. The performance was excellent that night. But
I mean, I think this is legit. I'm going to be honest. I think it's a legit question. I think.
It's a legit question.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the words don't work.
Yeah, no, the words don't work. But I do think that they really believe that someone else has a baby for them, which, in my opinion, is probably a bad thing. I don't think they should be allowed to to have a kid.
No.
Okay. So here's a couple of here's a couple of erection questions back to back. Okay, you ready?
Oh.
Is it normal to let my parakeet perch on my erect penis?
I'm gonna have to go with no.
Why? Why not?
I mean, it seems a little dangerous. I don't know that I would want any animal to get near my vitals like that.
Look, sometimes when I'm home alone, I tend to walk around my house completely naked. That's normal.
But I understand
More often than not, I have a raging erection that doesn't go away, so I just ignore it. Then my parakeet flies over and it perches right on my penis. But I don't really mind it. When I walk around my house, it just stays there.
Yeah, I guess, if it's not hurting anybody, I can't really say no to it.
He's not fucking the parakeet, John.
I mean, as long as he's practicing safe perching. Well, because I mean, you think about it, and again, this is where my pedantic mind goes.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever owned a bird.
No,
I have
I
not,
fucking hate birds. I fucking hate birds.
They're filthy, filthy creatures.
Filthy, disgusting creatures that need to die.
I don't know that I would want a parakeet that lives in its own filth to touch my junk. It doesn't seem like a healthy thing for me to anyone.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I'm
Let's say I don't have a parakeet. Let's say I have a cat. Okay.
Oh, dude, you do not want cat anywhere near your junk.
Why do I get an erection when I cuddle my cat? Seriously, this is my question. Why does my penis start becoming active when I hug, kiss, or caress my cat often?
Maybe
I really love my cat, but it's really weird, and I don't even want to get an erection then. But why does it happen?
Maybe you're a furry and you just haven't come out of the forest yet.
I think there's a medical, Chris. I do believe that you love your cat so much that you're willing to get an erection every time you play with it, every time you caress it, every time it cuddles with you, that you love it so much that you're willing, that your body knows that it's a good thing, so you get an erection automatically. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like it's Pavlov response. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I buy it. Yeah.
If vampires don't have bloods, if vampires don't
Oh
have
no,
blood,
no.
why do they
Fuck
get
vampires.
boners? Why do they get boners?
Because sparkly vampires can do any damn thing that stupid woman wants.
Didn't say anything about sparkly.
Oh no, all vampires are sparkly vampires now. It's
That is not
the
true.
Internet is,
That is
the
not
internet
true.
has ruined it for everybody.
That is not true. True Blood did not have any sparkly vampires in it.
That's fair.
So how did all those vampires get fucking boners?
I'm sure somebody somewhere has have to figured that out and written down a.
So
All right.
I'm not asking them. I'm asking you.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna give this one a college go
All
here. I'm
right.
sorry.
Give it
I'm
a college
face palming
go.
myself here. So
You
I
only
don't
got a
make
couple
noise with
left.
my
Give
mind.
it a go.
We can do all 23. I can do this all night. Like I can spew bullshit all day with the best of them.
You only got a couple
don't-
left.
I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but here goes.
Here we go. Why do
right.
vampires get boners? They don't have any blood.
Well, but if they've recently fed on a living human being, and I'm assuming that as a vampire, your physiology, when you ingest that blood, you kind of, you revitalize it because you see in the vampire movies where the vampire hasn't had blood for a while, is all scraggly and nasty
yeah,
looking,
yeah.
and then he gets some blood and he turns into fucking Brad Pitt. Like, maybe part of the turning into fucking Brad Pitt, part of the equation means instant boner because that's where the blood
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
as part of circulating through the vampire body. That's my bullshit answer, and that's all I got.
All right, I got two left for you. Ready?
Actually, I think that was not too bad.
I don't think it was that bad.
That actually almost made sense.
I got two left. You ready?
Yeah.
What?
I thought you had the 23. This hasn't been 23.
No, I told
Bring
you
the whole pain.
I wasn't going to read everything. Some of them are really dumb, and some of them are really ridiculous. But the last two I got, I really like these.
Okay, all right, bring them.
What would most likely happen when I stuck a curling iron up my butthole?
Third-degree burns. I hope that sucker's off when you're putting it up there, because otherwise things are going to be bad for you.
In other words, you seared your butthole shut.
Yeah, or open. I guess it depends on how big the curling iron is.
Okay, I got three. Okay, I got three. I lied. I got three. Okay, this is my second one.
All right, now bring it.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of incest?
Oh God. Oh, disadvantages are.
Oh, you going for the easy ones first?
The disadvantages are easy, and I would hope I wouldn't have to break that down.
No,
Because-
go ahead. Kids are listening. There's a lot of incest in Britain. I'm just saying.
Is there really?
But the people that haven't left that island, of course there is. People don't realize they're having sex with their own cousins, is all I'm saying.
All right, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about real close in the same familial unit incest.
No. I'm
as like
saying
a rampant
cousin,
epidemic.
cousin having sex with cousin, having sex
Okay,
with...
yeah.
There,
All right, okay, that's
I
fair.
mean, by now, Aunt literally married his cousin by now. Let's be honest. Come on.
I don't know. Isn't Aunt's wife from another country, or ancestry at least from another country?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Disadvantages.
Okay, at least Wayne had past tense because he's dead, had sex with his cousin.
Poor Rain. I got to get
hence why
You have to
sperm
give
is so
me.
damaged.
You have to give me Wayne's birth and death date so that I can put it as a decal on the back of my car.
Yeah. We'll
Because America.
Yeah, we'll release it, America. Yeah,
Because I have to represent
Yeah, America.
Brother Wayne. Never forget.
Yeah, but what are the advantages and disadvantages of incest?
Okay. I'm going to go for con because, like you said, it was easy. In the con column, birth defects. And if that right there doesn't do it for you, I would hope that right there kind of sums it up. Birth defects.
Sum it up. I don't know why it just doesn't.
So social stigma. You're going to lose some friends.
There you go.
Because,
Okay, I like that.
you're going to lose.
Yep.
There's probably going to be some legal action in your future, depending on where you live. Some places really frown upon that.
Yeah, like West Virginia,
Yeah.
Texas.
Um,
Tennessee.
yeah. Oh, and to be fair, in the pro
Georgia.
column, there are probably places that accept that,
Accept that, yeah. they're real
and so be it.
But what are
the cons
advantages?
kind of speak for themselves. In the pro column,
Okay.
really easy to chart your family tree. No Ancestry.com, no forms,
It's just
no nothing.
a single stick.
You just go to the wall of family photos and just point and click,
Start pointing.
basically.
Okay,
So-
can I get one more?
I don't know if I can squeeze one more pro out of cheap dates, maybe, because you don't actually have to leave the house.
D to D's.
All
All right,
I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here for
I
this
got
one.
one more, and we'll get out of here. One more. You
No,
ready?
I'm enjoying this. As much as I'm bitching about it, I'm enjoying this because it's almost like a logical brain twister kind
Yeah.
of thing. I'm trying to have to contort reality to fit in this weird
Yeah, exactly.
perception of it.
Yeah, are you ready for the last one? You're gonna like
Go.
this one.
Let's do it.
Is it okay to touch yourself when you hear your parents having sex?
No.
Why? What?
No.
Why?
No,
What are you
never
talking
once.
about?
No.
No, never. What? What are you talking about? What if your parents are super hot?
There are people I know who are okay with
are okay?
the idea that their parents had sex at some point
I'm
in time.
I'm okay with that. My parents have sex and they have sex currently. Yes, I'm absolutely 100% fine with that. Yes.
I'm glad for that, and I don't ever want that. That's something that all right, I don't ever want to take anything away from my parents.
Yeah.
I want them to have fun and be able to have fun.
Yes.
But that's something that I cannot unsee or unhear.
Have
I'm
you
just-
heard
I'm not-
your
I'm not ready
parents
to go
having
there.
sex?
Say again?
Have you heard your parents having sex?
No, and here's why. I'm the oldest of 5 children.
Okay.
When we lived in New York, we lived in a tiny, tiny house.
Yeah.
We were lower middle class people in New York. We moved to Georgia. We moved into a huge house and became upper middle class people.
Okay.
And I have never ever heard my parents getting it on.
Don't you feel like you're left
They're very
out?
quiet people.
Don't you
No.
feel like you're left out of a
No,
very
I don't.
child teenager experience?
Well, there were times when my parents were obviously in the middle of happy times, because sometimes
Yeah.
as a kid I would go up to my parents' room and knock on their door to tell my parents something, or to ask permission to do something, or be like, "Hey, I'm going to go to my friend's house, just letting you know, so that if I don't show up, I'm not lying dead in the ditch someplace."
Okay, Johnny.
And I knock on the door, and I'm like, "Hey, I got to tell you something." And they're like, "Tell us through the door."
Mama.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll just come back later."
Mommy's having a good time.
Okay. There was one time when we lived in New York. We had basically a bathroom and a half,
Yeah.
and there was one time where I really had to use the bathroom. The downstairs bathroom was in use, and I knew my mom was in the shower, but we had those frosted glass showers coupled with a curtain, so you couldn't see anything through the glass except the fact you could see an outline of a human being and know that somebody was in there, but you couldn't see any detail.
Buttocks the glass and spread it for.
No. I went into the bathroom and had to do my business knowing that both my mom and my dad were in the shower together. But this was back when I was
way.
I was 7 or 8, and I had no concept of what they were doing in there. I was like, "Oh yeah, they're just in there saving water,
Are
showering
you
together."
fucking? Oh my god, it's amazing. That was oh,
And
your
it wasn't like they were in
parents
there going at it while I was in there doing my business. I'm sure they were waiting for me to leave before they resumed festivities.
Oh, we were saving water, John. Oh.
Yeah, my parents are very white bread in that respect. They don't like to talk about any kind of stuff. Like when I came home with the sex ed permission form, my mom was like, "Oh, thank God."
They didn't talk about saving waterfalls, did they?
No, they didn't. But if I asked them why they were in the shower together, in my childish innocence as a 5-year-old, why mommy and daddy in bathroom together? My mom would say something like, "Well, we're both having to shower and we're showering together to save water."
Daddy likes piss porn. That's why we're in the, that's why
Because we're a poor family and we can't afford water.
because Daddy likes piss porn.
I don't think my dad. I think my dad, if anything, is more vanilla than I am.
That's not possible. If he had sex in the shower, that's not possible.
Well, I don't think sex in the shower is very chocolate, so to speak.
Oh, really? What's chocolate for you then?
I don't know. I mean,
The listeners want to know what's chocolate for you.
I am not into a lot of the stuff that you and M are, for example. When you threw the big cabin party for M for her birthday, I definitely did not endear myself to people because I had more than a few people yell at me than the night after.
What?
Or the morning after, because I went to bed really late with a migraine because I'd been drinking really hard, and ever since I had the ladder accident, I get migraines all the time.
That's what we do.
And like, there was no place to sleep where I couldn't hear somebody, snoring, having a loud conversation with somebody else, or making like zoo animal sex noises. And so I ended up having to go and sleep in the car for like 3-4 hours until everybody finally crashed out. And then I came back inside the house and went to sleep inside the cabin again.
I felt I didn't feel bad.
No, and you shouldn't, because none of that's on you. That's all on me.
Yeah, no,
but,
I bought the cabin for the weekend, so I didn't feel bad at all.
Yeah. No.
Literally the last night, I let all of you guys have as much fun as you wanted. I had fun too. And then all of you left, and I said nothing to any of you.
Yeah, I don't think I actually saw you.
No, you didn't.
After you and M went to bed that night. I saw M the next morning.
Yep.
And you were just out for the rest of the day. Yep. And, whatever. Great. we should all be so lucky. Don't hold it against you at all. But to circle back around to the point I was going to make, you and M do some stuff that is just way outside my comfort zone. And that's great, because the two of you fit together so well as a couple that I cannot, and even if I did disapprove of what you guys did for fun, I couldn't hold it against you.
I get that. I understand that. I respect that. And that's why you and I get along. But you still haven't answered the question. What's chocolate to you?
Chocolate to me is,
this is
I would say,
it's about sharing.
Stuff kind of in the rope play category, or what you did the story a couple weeks, or actually a couple months ago, I guess. Weeks for me.
Your weeks for you, months for me.
About like the guys who dress up as puppies and they want to play act as puppies.
Yeah, that's the Wayne. That's one of Wayne's last episodes.
Oh, see, now I'm sad. I brought us down. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, he died.
It wasn't that's my bad. I did not mean to do that.
He's dead.
But
But either way,
I'm a very wham bam thank you man kind of guy. I get in, I do the job, and I'm done. Happy to be of service. Here's my number.
I'm glad you had fun. I had fun. There you go.
Yeah. All right. Now let's watch some TV.
Yeah. Let's go chill out. Let's go let's literally Netflix and chill.
Yeah, and it's like, you let me know when you're ready. If that happens for me before you come to me, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll negotiate a thing, and have some more fun later. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a guy who needs like a sex swing to have a good time.
Yeah. I got
my needs are simple and very
open.
Yeah,
I got you.
I mean,
all right. Well, as you guys have heard in previous weeks, that's not my chocolate. My chocolate involves multiple latches and
I don't know that you have.
I'm not sure if I have a chocolate at this point.
Yeah, there's no upper end to your chocolate.
No, I don't think so.
Your chocolate has no upper limit.
Hey, do you remember when all of our friends went to Deadpool together?
Yes. And it wasn't until afterwards that I found out you guys spent the entire movie making out.
Yeah, making out, jerking off, fingering.
Great for you guys. I'm glad you had fun, but you missed a hell of a movie.
Well, I own it, so it's not a problem, to be honest with you.
And the makers of Deadpool appreciate the fact that you had to go back twice.
I would think they did. Is all I'm saying. All right, let's get out of here, John. Let's hit the road. What did you learn this week?
What did I learn this week?
Yeah.
I learned that the internet is infinitely stupid.
Infinitely stupid, including can I get pregnant if I'm a dude?
Yeah, like how do I perform pregnancy, I think is my favorite question there. It's up there with how is Babby formed?
Did I perform pregnancy, I think is more of the question.
Did I perform pregnancy?
Yeah.
So it wasn't an interrogative question. It was more of a is this something that I did by accident?
Yes. How is this baby mine? Is I think more the question.
That's pretty good too.
As in, did I shit this kid out my front poop hole? That's exactly what it was. I believe that's.
Oh my God! People make my brain hurt.
So, John, where can everyone hear you or see you or visit you or whatever?
I
whatever
have
restrictions you
zero
have on
internet
yourself.
presence, and I'm okay with that. I
You
have
have
my Facebook
something.
page,
Something.
and I'm not going to share it.
You don't
I'm
have
not
a
gonna
Twitter
share it.
account?
No, I don't have Twitter.
You don't have
I'm-
another podcast you're on?
Dude, I'm boring. I was on another podcast with a good friend of mine, EBA. I'll give him a shout out.
There you go.
His website, Shapeless Mast, at shapelessmast.com.
There you go.
I don't know if he even still has the old podcast that he and I did still up on his website.
Okay.
But if they are, and you want to go back and listen to them, there's some great stuff there. I expound upon my theory of Monkey Fight Club, which I will be happy to expound upon to you at some later date. He has a great story from a lot of his old employees. He used to work in a call center, so he's got some great stories to tell there.
Hello.
One of his former workers used to be a phone sex worker, and she has a great podcast that goes on for like 4 hours, and it's great. So definitely check that stuff out.
We're gonna have to get her on. So Shapeless Podcast is what it's called?
Shapeless Mass.
Shapelessmass.com.
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 My old buddy EVA's site.
If you wanna message John, you can message him through us at cerebralsatire@gmail.com or visit the website at cerebralsatire.com. The Twitter is #CSatire at cerebralsatire.com. I am one of your hosts, Devil Vamp. Ant could not be with us this week. That's why I have the other American with me. If
The
you guys
All-American
liked it,
cast.
let us know. If you didn't, go fuck yourself. That's the way Cerebral Satire goes. Everybody, have a great week. Say goodbye, John.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
kill ya if you're moving next to me. It stinks. It sucks. It's anthropologically unjust. Oh, but the takers are run by a third. Some cunts are still running the world. Hey, cunts are still running the world. It's perfectly natural. Do you think that I'm some kind of dummy? It's the ideal way to order the world. Fuck the laws, does it make any money?